Hello everyone, Revan619 here, and I'm back again, and yeah, trying Chivalry 2. Hood seems to have completely died out. I think there was 6-9 people playing earlier today. But the devs have saying that they're going to address maybe some Marianne, maybe some John, maybe have some look at some characters, who knows. What they said specifically was they were going to look into Marianne and see what other options were available to them. So, on with what's happening here. This is Chivalry 2. Someone suggested that I check it out, and yes, like Hood, I had no idea this was about ready to be coming out. So yeah, I decided to streamed it for about 6 hours, and my god, am I terrible at this game. But I'm learning. I didn't play Chivalry 1. I barely played Mordhau, like, it was a little too deep for me. And I was mostly playing Dark Souls 3 at the time, which, funny enough, Elden Ring finally got a proper gameplay trailer today, so that looks nice. But we're here to talk about this, and yeah, as you can see here, this is the meat and potatoes of the game, which is getting ganked whilst you're wondering where your team is doing the objective. So this is the default knight class. This game has 4 classes, and each class has 3 subclasses, so you've got 4 times 3 for each class there. That's 12, by the way. And yeah, and each class has their own weapons, abilities, and the weapons themselves have special attacks. You have horizontal attacks, which you can hold a button to come from the other side. You have an overhead attack, which can again come from the other side. And you have a thrust attack. You can also morph, but it's not as good as Mordhau because it's very strict with timing. Like, the feinting isn't very good in this, but you do have a punch and a kick option, so you can interrupt attacks, and you can also break people's guards. So you can parry, you can attack into the enemy's attacks to chamber, which is in this game called a perfect parry. And there's a lot of really fun little things. As you can see, I'm playing in third person. I think 1v1 would be much easier in first person, but I'm playing third person because, well, in these big games where there's a lot going on, you really want to be able to see what's happening. So this was the last game I did today. Like I said, I've just been trying out a couple classes. I've tried everything except for the... Actually, no, I only really played the Vanguard class and the Knight class today. I haven't really tried the Footman, and I did not try the Archer because it didn't really interest me that playstyle, but I might do. But so far, my thoughts are, this game is really fun. Like, if you like games... well, your hack and slash medieval games, you'll really like this. If you are a fan of Skyrim, but you want to do something with PvP, you'll probably really like this. If you liked Hood and you liked Dark Souls type games, you'll probably like this, but this one might be a little bit deeper for you, so that could be good or bad depending on if you're up for that or not. But no, this is very, very enjoyable, much more casual than Mordhau, but there is a lot of fun to be had here. So as you can see, in this one, I am running around with the arming sword, and I have a longsword on my back. The reason I'm actually using the arming sword is because it is faster than the longsword, but does the same damage. I don't know why their damages are pretty much the same, but it is stupid. I realised, yeah, the light attacks do 40 on both of them. I don't know if the pokes are the same on both of them, but you can get 65 on a headshot and 50 on a normal poke, and you can just spam the hell out of that. So I actually spent most of the day playing the Vanguard with his big old axe, which you can just run up and smack people in the back of the head, pretty much killing them quickly. But yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had here. The game is designed that when you're riposting an attack, so if you block an attack and you start swinging back, you'll block every attack in front of you, so your enemies really need to get behind you to be able to do anything to push you. And yeah, I think this game has a lot of potential. I am actually looking forward to maybe, once I'm improving at the game, maybe making some sarcastic videos like the competitive guides that I did for Hood, and maybe just sharing some games. I'm going to try streaming it when I can. It also depends on where I am, because I work very busy, kids they're very active, and they're very busy keeping me occupied. But yeah, no, good game so far. I think what I'm really enjoying with this one is the sort of mind games that you have with the combat. So if an enemy's in a swing, you can do a quick jab, which can interrupt their swing and stop their attack, which is something, well, yeah, Hood and Dark Souls desperately need, because some of the big slow weapons really can't deal with the faster attacks and the dodging characters. This game also does have a dodge feature, but it's got a big delay on it, which, again, maybe that's something Dark Souls and Mordhau should, not Mordhau, Hood should be looking into to, you know, adjust some of their dodge characters. But you can also, like, kick. So if your opponent's holding their guard, you can kick to break it to be able to get an attack in. And the only way to really break someone's guard is you either need to kick it if they're holding block, You need to bait them into attacking and then breaking it with a punch, or hitting behind them. Now, a lot of people have really high sensitivity. I've seen some people that are just absolute helicopters, and I cannot get into them. Like, they're blocking everything, they're attacking everything, they are just spinning and spinning and spinning. I don't know if it's because they've got crazy high DPIs, or if maybe there's a way that you can do it. I have no idea, but it does not seem fair, and I'm hoping that it doesn't become the helicopter meme that was Chivalry 1, because I didn't play Chivalry 1, but everyone's very aware of that, and that meme. But I'm hoping we will see a lot more content, because right now it does take a long while to level up, and there's a lot of stuff to buy. But yeah, there isn't much content here. Like, if you're not looking to play a dedicated PvP game, then this might not be the one for you, or it might be worth waiting a few months before them to have like more maps, more game modes, because at the moment you do have really big matches with up to 40 players in one and 64 players in the other one with 2 teams going at it. So they are huge medieval battles with the class systems, lots of cosmetics to get. But even then, I say lots, but the variety isn't that much. It is quite small, and you can probably just go for the ones you want. But it is quite good quality, but I think there needs to be a lot more to it. Especially, like I said, unless you're really going to be grinding this, going into dual servers to really learn the 1v1. You got friends to play the big modes with you, and you think you're going to be playing this like for days at a time to keep you occupied. If you don't enjoy the gameplay, then there's nothing for you here. Like, I very much enjoy this, but same as I did Hood. But Hood had the problem of it had enough content for 2 days. This probably has enough content for a couple of weeks, maybe a month if you're lucky and you're not playing it every day. But yeah, I'd say a couple of weeks and you're going to have everything unlocked. It could take probably a couple of months to fully master everything, but it depends. If you're going to just be playing casually, you're probably in a weekend you're going to have learned everything you can about the game. Whereas if you're going to go really in depth like the guys did with Mordhau and stuff like that, and yeah, you probably got a couple of months of gameplay here, and you can probably have some really, really sweaty stuff. But I think for that, this game is definitely going to need a ranked mode to support that. I think there's going to be need more maps. Like I said, at the moment there's a couple of objective modes, and each map has its own objective, and it is very nice the way you move through the maps and you continue with the objectives. It is nice to have the different sorts of them, but yeah, defenders, in some cases, some of the maps are not balanced at all. Like, there's one of the defenders, you start as peasants before you can then spawn as a proper class, and by then, like, they can win the first few objectives before you even get to have a proper class. So it's not balanced. It's really not fair. Most of the times when I was playing Agatha, which is the blue side, Mason's the red side, you just kind of swarm through the enemy teams, and it's so easy as an attacker. And it's like there's 2 versions where you can play the heir or the duke, which is like a special character that you have to protect right at the end of one of the raids. And the Mason side, they have this area where they can all, like, so their whole team by their spawn can sort of bunch up in a corridor, and it's really hard to push down on them. You could have your entire like 30 people in front of you, and there's just really no way for the enemy team to push through. And if the guy at the back has a shield, you can't even use archery to get to him, because you can't block arrows unless you have a shield, whereas everything else that's thrown you can just normally block. And yeah, if he's all the way back there with like them using banners to heal and their horn abilities to heal him, there's no way you can push for it. But when you do it on the other side, yeah, he can't go into the corners because it says that he's left the map, so it forces you to fight in the middle by this chair. And if the enemy team has archers, there's nowhere to hide from them, and if you don't have a shield, you just die. Like, I did one earlier. I was something like 60 takedowns. I had 30 kills, and it was like, yeah, do you want to be the guy in charge? I was like, yeah, sure, cool. And then I'm playing, doing it. My team's not defending me. I'm getting quite a few kills. But then suddenly, like, a bunch of archers just come into the other side of the room, and they just start mowing me down. I can't get to the archers because the entire enemy team's in front of me. And I can't block, I can't defend myself, I don't have a shield, and I just die. And then my team's blaming me when no one on my team defended me. No one's even got half my kills, no one's even got half my takedowns. No one with any shields tried to block arrows for me, and no one tried healing me, no one went after the archers, but of course it was my fault that we lost. So yeah, you can already tell what the community is going to be like this. Like, everyone complains about the Mordhau community. I never had problems with it, but I never used in-game chat or anything. And all my friends that played, they were always really nice and chill. But yeah, this one, yeah, I can see the community's getting bad. Like I was playing earlier, I shot a catapult. I got 8 enemy teammates and enemy players and 1 teammate. And then the 1 teammate came over, destroyed the catapult, and then started following me around trying to kill me. I'm like, look, you died once, and I got 8 other people. Just chill out. Like you were in a 1v8, you weren't gonna win that. But yeah, I'm hoping I've got good hopes for this one. Like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm playing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably going to make some content on it. Definitely going to stream it. And I've got a couple of friends who've also picked up, so I'm going to be looking to play with them. And anyone who wants to pop in the stream and join, more than welcome. Or just name hunt me because there is a server function on PC. Yeah, I think that there's going to be some good times here, but it does depend on the dev update. This is unfortunately, if you're on PC, an Epic Games exclusive, which I absolutely despise. Like, if I wasn't planning to be playing this with friends and making content, I would just wait for a year for it to come out on Steam. But I am planning on doing stuff with it. And because Hood seems dead, and it's going to be dead, what we got, August is when they're adding in content for Hood. And we got January, which is when Elden Ring comes out. So I've got 6 months of not really much to do in the main play of things. I've got till, 2-3 months till any content comes to Hood. So yeah, it's going to be, at the moment, Hood's dead. So hopefully the devs can do some balance changes, and they can add some content to get people back and maybe build some faith in the community, because their response to the community so far has just been horrible, absolutely horrible. But yeah, with this game has built-in taunt functions and BM functions where you can hurl insults at people as you're playing. So you can tell that this game naturally is going to be a lot of fun to make content. There are whole classes where you can do like backstab only. There's stuff, fire bombs, archery, throwing axes, bear traps. Like this game is made to have fun and to be trolly. It's not like a proper medieval sim like a lot of people complain. Like some people will be like, yeah, Mordhau's a realistic battle. It's not. That's not how any of the weapons work. That's not how you would actually use them. And it's the same in this one. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, if you liked Mordhau, the first Chivalry, and Skyrim, and you're interested in playing a PvP game, then definitely get it. If, however, you don't think that you're going to be playing a game like this daily, then you definitely shouldn't get it. Just watch a few more reviews, watch some more gameplays, but I don't think there is the content to keep you going unless you really love PvP games and playing with friends and stuff like that. As for the classes and how they break down, my thoughts on them so far is I haven't tried the archery, like I said, and the foot soldier has all the long weapons, so it's the support one. And that does seem quite fun. There are some weird, janky animations when it comes to spear, and I just cannot read it, because I can't tell if the spear is attacking or if it's getting ready to attack, so I have no idea what to do with that. Obviously, I'm going to need to play it a lot more to get the idea of it. Knight class, very good, very enjoyable. But then you get to some bits like this. Like, as you can see in the background here, I have been doing absolutely fantastic all game when I played this. I was doing great, getting lots of kills. I think I'm top of the leaderboard. So it's normally, when it comes to this, I'm sort of middle to topish. Like, I'm not very good at this game. I'm not going to pretend I am. But I was doing pretty well this one, and then we get to this bridge, and then there's nothing I can do. I don't have the range for it. Every time I'm trying to get into combat, I'm just getting destroyed by archers and fire, and it was just a painful experience. I was having a horrible time from like this bridge bit onwards. Like, as you can see, the fun is just beginning, and love it. Pyromania, shots, archers. There are no supplies here. What am I meant to do? Looking around, just see some rocks. There's a rock. There's a rock. There's some of my men. They're having a little dance party in the middle of the map. They're not doing anything. Like, what's going on? I do need to learn the map. There is probably healing around here somewhere, which is what I desperately need and what you can see that I'm looking for, but no idea what that is. And every time I look, I'm trying to get in here, and it's just, it's absolutely horrible. But it's fantastic at the same time. Like, for me, this is a lot of fun for me. This I was enjoying. Like, boom, just got taken out by a bow. Thought I was doing great. Get shot in the face. Love it. Love every second of it. Love every part of it. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing some, then definitely come by and watch some streams. And if you have any ideas for stuff that you want to see, then do let me know. Because like I said, I'm thinking about doing competitive guide videos for each weapon in each of the classes. But it would be the same way as I did it with Hood, where it's sort of sarcastic. So I'm going to be going through the Reddits, the forums, the discussions, finding the stupid things people say, and then obviously having a lot of fun with it. So we'll see. I like I said, I think there's a lot of fun to be had here. It's like you can even see here, like I've just picked up a hammer. You can just go throw hammers at people, jumping around, poking, getting out of there. It's just, it's absolutely great. And I think there is a lot of potential. Like, there are a lot of really good streamers for this game that you'll be able to get some crazy, like, decent tips. Like, if you want to improve, like, there's a dude called Gear who's absolutely fantastic at Mordhau. And he's probably going to be the same at this, especially if he sticks to it. I don't know if he plans to, because I haven't really heard his thoughts, but if he does, you're definitely going to want to pop into his streams. If he uploads anything to YouTube, you'll probably want to do that. Like, this man once won a tournament in Mordhau with just a frying pan, and he had spent, like, half the tournament just doing nothing, sitting in a corner, and then he just came in with a frying pan and just demolished everyone. So, yeah, he's probably going to be the go-to for, like, this. Unlike me, like, look at me running into, like, how many of them are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 of them down here, and I'm just getting my butt cheeks clapped because I'm trashed here at the game. But I don't plan to be for long. Like I said, this is from my last game of my first day today, and I will be playing some more of that, getting out some thoughts and feelings, and obviously trying the other classes. And if there's a way to break this game, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna do it, because that's what I do in these games. I find a way to make it enjoyable for me, and for me it's always finding something nasty which is going to upset some other players. Sorry, laughing at my own fudge there. I just saw myself get ready to throw a sword at someone, and I just fell off the world's smallest thing. I was like, my ankle. Man down. Broken ankles, bad times. Just doing night things. There is customization in this as well. Like, you can, for each of the, because there's 2 sides, 4 classes, so you can technically, 8 people you can customize. You can buy little pieces for each of them, and each side has it separately, so there is a lot of grinding to do to get a lot of customization. But yeah, you can change your hair, your eye color, hair color, your face. You can be the ugliest or handsomest person in the world. If anything, I say the squeaky voices are better. Like, you don't want to be big and manly in this game. You want to be annoying and squeaky, so you can be throwing out insults at the enemy teams. So you can just be going around as a little squeaker, just demolishing people. And there are some really fun little mix-up use you can do. Like, if you know how to, like, kick to break open someone's guard and punch to stop their attacks, and keep attacks up during all of this, there is a lot of trolling that you can do when you can try and shut people down. And then if you're also throwing in, like, the emotes, like, there's a dedicated your mum button. So there's a lot of things to do in this game to upset people. But as for all my first thoughts, yeah, that's pretty much covers everything, really. Like, I was trying to talk through the whole gameplay footage here, because this is one of the slightly longer game modes, because obviously you have to defend for the time limit. We're down to the last minute here. But as far as a PvP game goes, if you liked Mordhau, you'll probably like this. It'll be simpler, so if you weren't the best at Mordhau, but you're pretty decent, you're probably going to have a huge advantage coming into this. If you like Chivalry, you're definitely going to like this. If you liked your Skyrims and you kind of like PvP games, then you'll probably like this one too. But if you're playing casually, definitely get friends to play with it. Don't play it solo. But if you're going to do it hardcore, you're probably going to be having the best time going into dual servers. There's a lot of etiquette involved, and if you break the rules, people tend to kick from your servers. There is a server browser function, so there is going to be pretty good community. Probably not for the faint of heart, but there is a lot of customization. As far as I can tell, you can be any race, gender, helmet on or off. It's there's a lot to do here, and I think it's something that can suit everyone. It's just medieval warfare and having fun, like throwing swords at people and hacking, slashing. It's got a nice bit of glow, like you can see all the bodies just building up. But yeah, there's a lot to do with it. I'm going to be playing this for a little while. I'm probably going to play a little bit more before bed. So I'll see you all next time, and yeah, let me know how you're all doing and what you're playing at the moment if you're still waiting for something else.